Okay, I'm not too much of a degenerate as much as I make myself seem to be. I sometimes like to watch things with real-life human acting. I'm especially drawn to sitcoms because my brain cells just decided to leave my brain. They were like, adios, we're never coming back. Don't judge me too hard on that. Which is why this video is about anime recommendations based on your favorite TV shows, as a way to show that even as degenerates, we can also be a bit normal from time to time. Do not worry if your favorite show is not on here, there may be a sequel to this, so let me know what I should include in the next video by putting your favorite shows in the comments so that I can recommend you an anime you may enjoy watching. Also, this may be a random click of your day, but a like and comment can really help this small channel grow. I appreciate your help and hope you will join the community. Let's start with The Office. If you like any comedy animes, here's my suggestion. Servant X Service, which is basically The Office in anime form with a hint of romance. Servant X Service is about people working in a public service office and their daily lives working with all sorts of citizens who goes to visit their office. It's about a girl named Lucy, a girl whose name is long as heck thanks to her parents' indecisiveness, in which they decide to give her over a dozen names combined together, and it was legally approved by a civil servant. Trust me, her actual name is very, very long. It's a must-watch for funny moments that are not too absurd, and the storyline is pretty unique being in a public service office. There's not a lot of comedy animes set in an office, and I think this is absolutely great for anyone who loves to watch sitcoms like I do. If you like to watch Grey's Anatomy, I suggest the Blackjack animes. There's a whole bunch, and it's really up to you really what to watch, and it's a dark medical drama. The series is about a doctor named Blackjack. Yes, that's his actual name, who is an unregistered doctor with a mysterious past. Although he seems cold and distant, he really is a compassionate man. Even though the doctor does perform surgeries at a high price, for those who touch his heart, he helps them out for free. It's just that his past has made him the way he is now. I think that Blackjack and Grey's Anatomy are great at dramatizing the medical parts of their respected series, and it just makes it so much more likable. Both of them are very similar in that it is great at leaving you an emotional wreck. Okay, who remembers Lost, because there's just a huge gaping hole in my heart and I just wanted to see them happy. But the anime that is most similar to the series is called Ju-O-Sei. Like, they both have that sci-fi and mysterious feel in which people are trying very desperately to survive and make it back to their family. Ju-O-Sei is about twin brothers Dor and Rai Klein who are sent away from their home planet after the murder of their parents. They find themselves awakening on the terraformed planet of Chimera, where carnivorous plants dominate and the few humans that survived are split into groups. And the only one who is able to leave the planet is a being called Ju-O-Sei. The series proved that a masterpiece does not need to be excessively long. I'm looking at certain animes, but I'm not gonna name them. Its dramatic moments really have you hooked, especially that fade to black thing that happens to every episode. It is most similar to Lost in that there are people fighting for their lives in an unknown land, making it seems like all hope is lost. Nonetheless, these characters survive the very best they can until they can make it home. Walking Dead fans are probably going to like this one a lot. Shikabane Hime, or Corpse Princess, is about zombie killing girls. These particular girls are undeads who are tasked with eliminating others like them who pose a threat to society. They're doing this because once they kill 108 corpses, they get to rest in heaven. The zombies here are not created by the bite and they have some resemblance to a human, but these living dead will no doubt eat you alive. Although there is no apocalypse, there is a guarantee that you will see some guts and gore. The Supernatural franchise is well loved, especially by someone like me who loves stories about monsters and ghosts. It's just so fascinating to see how these creatures come to life, and I just love paranormal things so much. But onto the recommendation, and that is Yu Yu Hakusho! The series follows spirit detective Yusuke Urameshi as he protects the world from evil threats. Even though it doesn't really have the detective go after supernatural creatures, you can't miss the adventures the boys go on. To this day, the series is renowned for the storyline and how unique it was for the time that it came out. I highly recommend this, especially if you're a fan of supernatural action and that sort, because it's just freaking awesome. I'm peeved that My Babysitter's a Vampire did not get a third season, especially with the way it ended in season 2. In some way, it may have been cheesy and goofy, but some of us like that. But just not enough to keep the show running. I'm sure by now you have watched some vampire series, but the case study of Vanitas will make you regret not checking out vampire anime sooner. The case study of Vanitas is about a human claiming to be a vampire doctor. He uses a book to heal such vampires and has a vampire sidekick. Inspired by Watson and Holmes, this human and vampire duo aims to help all vampires. You can't go wrong checking this series out. While we're still on the vampire high, the Vampire Diaries is best paired with vampire princess Miyu. The main character Miyu is an angsty vampire with an appearance of a teenager who is partnered with a servant who used to be an assassin. Their relationship is simple. If Miyu no longer wants to fulfill her duties as a monster hunter, Larva, the assassin, must kill her. Since this is a recommendation list, I actually wanted people to check this out, which is why I recommended the series. Even though Vampire Diaries is more like Vampire Night, the incest that is part of the story may be quite a turnoff for some of you, which is why I don't recommend it. But the series is basically the dark emo version of Vampire Diaries without the signature love triangle, but it's still thrilling because you get to see the viewpoint of a teenage vampire. When you think about monsters and supernatural creatures, you think of Supernatural the series, but there's another series that is just as fascinating, which is called GRIMM, which opened my eyes to a whole different world of monsters from all around the world. Like you got like German, Italian, probably more, I forgot. The creatures they introduced was very unique and was as equally terrifying. I was really thankful when they decided to finish the series rather than dropping it. For a moment there, I really thought they were gonna cancel it because it had a really long pause in between the seasons. But if you liked GRIMM, Kekkai Sensen would be the next best thing. It follows our main character Leo and his crazy adventures with his comrades, fighting creatures from the world of science to mythology in order to ensure peace and order. There is never a boring character and everyone is a badass in their own ways, especially with their unique abilities and bloodlines. Almost like GRIMM, each episode of both series introduces a creature and they need to fight it with their usual gang, has its comedic moments and dramatic moments. You just can't miss the resemblance to one another. From the works of Criminal Minds to, I'm sure you can guess this by now, Psycho-Pass. You want an anime series that depicts how mental stability affects a person's ability to become a threat to society? Here it is. Except Psycho-Pass has more of a sci-fi element where society is more high-tech. Still, you get a glimpse into the darker parts of the world. The anime is an imagination of what would happen if mental health is measurable and ideally can prevent a crime from happening. Don't know how that will work because is it really a crime if it hasn't happened yet? Either way, it's still a thrilling series to watch with so much hidden conspiracies and you're not gonna want to miss it. It does go a little bit slow at the beginning, but once the ball starts rolling, it gets faster as it goes. Alrighty then, this is the end of the video. I really appreciate all of you who tuned in, even if you are not a subscriber. Seriously, thank you so much. And if you would like to check out my other videos, here they are. I sincerely hope that you all had a good time and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!